Hello everyone. Today we are going to have the last game for the round of 8 in TSdL Season 14 between Tiny and Winston. Both players are loaded up right now, just wrote the map, and we are waiting for the game to start. First map will be the Broken Cliffs. We haven't seen that map around in a while, I think, in the current season, the recent rounds. This map would be strong for terrain abusers, and it's not that great for aquatic units. Okay, game is up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the draft. Winston has player 1, Tiny on player 2. Yep, we're just back to the same old. First ban Awakener. Probably first pick Ashen, both sides. Very, very standard draft phase so far. No one has been going too far away from the norm since the AoE rush box that we've seen in the round of 16. Round of 8 looks like everyone is just doing this. First two units are always between Ashen, Andrew, and Nemia. Usually Yenny is very contested as well. If it's not banned, then it's probably picked on second as well. Holy is just, if you're not planning to play too much sustain, then good idea to get it out of the way. And it kind of incentivizes your enemy to ban your own Yenny as well, because Holy is a Yenny counter. In terms of the box, Winston is playing the CCY box alongside with an Oboro actually, which is not very common nowadays. It's in aggressive boxes. While Tiny is playing Rosen with actually 2 tanks. Yeah, it's just 2 tanks. So it's not straight up a tank push, but you can backtrack to it down the draft if you want to. Winston goes for second pick Bernhard. I like this hero. This hero is kind of stupid sometimes. So much threat range, can physical tank, bulky as fuck. With the Yenny being banned, there's Lina, that's a magic threat. Otherwise, almost everyone else is physical. So Tiny is a Leon, but Leon nowadays, yeah, he's kind of annoying, but if you don't follow up, okay, if you don't follow up on his damage properly, the enemy can kind of just consolidate and recover. So you have to play your combo very well. Not sure if he wants to go for AoE or single target route currently. Can be kind of open-ended. Nemia and CCY is with them. So CCY is interesting. The only healer and a form of double tank, I guess, because Bernhard is probably already tanking. So the Lancer doesn't matter as much. Nemia is probably just so that she cannot cripple SP Leon immediately on the first move. Because I guess you don't want to be forced to pick up Rosen here. Or if you are scared of the enemy banning Rosen and picking up Nemia. So Grand Shield comes out on third pick, which is interesting because he's not as strong right now compared to the other units. And that suggests that he wants to possibly give the tanks and healer and just play the tank disable. But I guess I'm wrong. And that was a very fast ban and pick. Just got rid of the tanks and picked out Godham, which is kind of cool. But in that case, I wonder if the third pick would have been better with Z2 or Andrew. Both of these guys seems to be better than Retro for me, if you're playing an aggressive lineup. Even if it's into a tank, I think both of these guys are still better than Grencho. And now we have Nemia staring at 2 flyers, so no healers here, so the AoE is somewhat of a threat. That's why Lina has been banned out in the previous phase. We get Andrew, so we got the trifecta of new units right now on Tiny's side, but he is lacking on Fracture buff. Last pick between Oboro and Joe and Coney. Joe and Coney is probably better, but AoE is a threat to Joe and Coney. If you get chipped on it, then you don't recover. Grenshell will round out this draft. Strategic buffs like these 3 guys, and Ashen can buff herself, so he's fine there. Just promote my stream channel. Well, Tiny obviously has all three recent characters, but he's on player 2, so usually player 1 will have better initiative. I just think that this Grand Shell probably doesn't belong here compared to the things that got banned after she got picked. Yeah, that would be the only thing I will point out about this draft. Otherwise, it's just a trade game. S14 can always open up the game. He has the most threat range. But I don't think he can kill an SP burn. Kinda tough. Sure, there's displacement, but then you don't really want to throw a unit just to displace against a 5 versus 5. Maybe Nemia plus Leon together can do something, because there's 3 flyers actually, not 2. I forgot that Ashen is a flyer too. And Joa and Courtney, I mean, at least for Courtney herself, she's actually flying, so she doesn't care about the water debuff as well. Ooh, that's a ballsy pick. The Vanguard Bernhard. So infantry troop. This might die to Leon, but I don't know if Leon will die to the counter. Leon has like a shit ton of damage reduction when attacking, so I think not, but infantry troop. Accelerated 8 for GNC. Double accelerated 8. So +1 is going to be very common here. Ashen can give +2 on her egg again, so there's actually a lot of mobility here. And Bernhard has his Fang accessory. So apotheosis with +1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Act again 1, 2, 3. Only really threatens the Nemia. It's okay. I don't know about S-slashing with a ranged troop, I would say. It's usually not a good idea to S-slash with flyer troops into a ranged unit. Andrew brought Vanguards as well, so it's infantry. Doesn't really matter other than hitting Bernhard, but yeah. Mainly concerned for whether the Leon can kill this burn or not. Gonna go up to 1.1k-ish defense after he faction buffs. Leon is pretty strong, as long as you don't get your attack dispelled or anything. Interesting spot to put Joa. Next turn, he can kind of go in. Mostly single target on this side, although strictly speaking, Bernhard can go for Sword Dance plus Joa and Cody, and it's actually quite a lot of damage. Neither side has any healers. Looks like Nemia wants to just go in, drop in her AoE. Some damage. I guess this Joa does block the Leon from going below. So Leon is kind of forced to go from above these 2 tiles. No. Right. Leon actually can pass through units, so it doesn't really matter. Ooh! Non-faction buff burn. That actually kills. That's actually quite big, because Bernhard only gets his physical damage reduction after he casts his Fracture buff for the Iron Fist. So no attack buff Nemia with just aim managed to kill the Bernhard. I would say that's a good trade overall. Ashen can go back, but don't really want to act against Joa and Coney. Doesn't really do anything right now. And you kind of have to just set up for a turn priority play next turn right now, I think. That's actually quite big. Now, Leon gets a free pick on pretty much anyone, as long as there's no weird Daniel Breeze or something. Plus, okay, act again on Joa. What does this do? 3 units on this side and 4 units on this side. Okay, so Winston actually still has the priority. But at this point, you can kind of set up for a Leon act again play, which is probably the main reason why he acted again. Because he needs to have units to check the Leon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Leon can come here. And then if you use the strong act again with the breeze, you will give Leon 7 movement, which is gonna reach everything, honestly. I think this game is actually more or less decided already. Leon is going to go into this corner and get acted again. There's not quite anything Winston can do about it. Revive doesn't even matter because Leon 3C. It's just gonna kill it. Grenchill just moves. Wait and see what Winston does. But there's no real avoiding giving Leon a kill. And it's just gonna snowball because Andrew is gonna activate. He's gonna get his attack first, and Apotheosis has S slash and Joa and Coney has a range attack, but yeah, I think the end game is quite tough. Have to be careful for Joa and Coney getting spun too close, I suppose. But Leon AoE is gonna do like 70 to 80% to her. I don't quite know if she can still kill the flyer units after that. No attack buff Nemia killing, no defense buff burn. It's pretty big. Not sure between the specifics of like what gear set, like between Last Rites, Tiamat, or even like Gaia's armor and their different kill ranges. But this burn died, so there's that. Yeah, exactly. This tile here. You can skip 2 tiles and then you get a +2 from egg again. So it's like 9 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's no running. Ashen's not a bad kill. And I think Apotheosis is a good kill as well. Yeah, okay, so let's see if Tiny takes this. I think it's okay to not take it as well. Ashen's threat range 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you should take it. Otherwise, Ashen could possibly kill Andrew. Looks like we're just gonna go. That's gonna kill Ashen. Go here. AoE spins everyone on Winston's side. Cripple them a little bit. Then Ashen next turn can possibly follow up depending on where they end up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack. Grand, not quite in follow-up range. Andrew has a breeze himself. And if you kill the Leon back, he's gonna get Terrain Master. Shit, he already has Terrain Master. What the fuck? This thing is Terrain Master too. Why are they giving everything Terrain Master? Anyways, Leon goes here, hits everything. You can just leave the Joa, doesn't matter. Nemia 2 waifu, please nerf. Yeah. No attack buff and she just kills things straight up. It's not the first time we've seen it. Okay, he doesn't spin the Grand Show. He doesn't spin the God Hand as well. Interesting. think he was trying to gamble a spin nearer so that his Andrew can follow up, but he doesn't quite get it. Because if he ended up like somewhere here, you could just kill with Javelin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. So that's actually very unlucky because he actually hits a lot of blocks that Leon could have possibly spun Joa and Coney to. Well, more like Coney. Joa is this one. No, you're just gonna have to wait now. Gets the breeze again. Okay. Apotheosis transforms, kills Leon, and we will see if anyone ends up with the lose control debuff. Okay, Andriel is both demon and he lost control. That's actually quite bad. This is a breeze Andriel, it's gonna run all the way up. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something like. It's gonna be either here or here. Not sure how the AI targeting works regarding untargetable units. So he's gonna end up somewhere here and might die to air slash next turn. Grandchill has a breeze. Joan, Connie has a breeze as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the fuck part is Tiny actually still doesn't have turn priority, so actually kind of difficult to play now. Does the debuff always go onto the same unit? Doesn't quite say here. Upon eliminating an enemy, this skill's cooldown is reduced by 2 turns, and Nightmare or Demoniac is inflicted on one random enemy anywhere on the battlefield. And then his talent is, after actively dealing damage to an enemy, you will inflict Nightmare or Demoniac. I guess this is like the whole map. Doesn't quite say. So is this like just unlucky? Like the both debuffs going on the same guy from Talon and the 3C? Yeah, Grand kinda has to just play passive. You have to wait for a turn to recover. But more likely than not, Andrew is gonna become a free kill next turn. So I think Grand should have played nearer to bottom so that she can get ready to counter kill. Because if the Andrew runs up to here and he gets killed by, I don't know if Connie can kill him, but if she can, then Granshire won't really be anywhere near enough to follow up. And can't really just throw action in immediately. Maybe I spoke too soon about the Bernhard kill. Quite an annoying unit to play against. Become food. That's why I thought it would be better to like just try to chip everything instead of trying to go for. Ooh. Okay. Ashen gets her mobility drop down to 3. Not respecting the Joa. I mean, honestly, you probably could just AoE for fun. I don't think there's any harm in doing that. That's gonna hurt. Super crippled. Ooh, and he runs upwards. Are we gonna see a double kill here? And Joa can actually hit this. And this probably dies. Okay, that's game. Joa and Coney with the double kill. Yeah, that was a little bit like not respecting the Joa's range. I still think the Nemia trade for Bernhard should be a positive trade for Tiny. So I guess he probably had to be a bit more patient on the Leon, find a better kill. Probably needed to find the Godham. And you should just respect the threat range. There's no way Grand can 1 versus 3 in this game. No way. You will die to any combination of 2 attacks. At best. He's gonna try. Or he's just gonna get his kill and go next. Yeah. I think that kill was good, and then he had to wait a bit on the Leon. Just play a little bit more back. Maybe wait for a natural breeze and get a better turn order. So Winston takes game 1. Yeah, I'm still trying to process the events of like the end of turn 1. I don't know how lucky it is to roll 2 debuffs on the same guy, but I've seen it happen quite a few times, so it's probably not that unlucky, but it's something you should take into account when you leave the Godham alive. And it's like Godham basically got an extra kill by himself because he just forces that unit to run all the way up. It doesn't really matter which one it is, but because you are now trading on his side, so if you cannot chain your follow-up kills properly, you will just lose the number games at the end. And somehow Winston still managed to cap turn priority throughout both turns, turn 1 and turn 2. And Tiny couldn't quite land the finishing blow. Okay, so they are probably gonna be changing their box right now, and let's go take a look at the next map. Did they? They didn't load BO3. Yeah, okay. So they're gonna invite BO3 and yeah, Tiny will retreat. Game 1. And get out of the screen. They might have to restart their app for Winston. Seems like he has a bug. Now that game was I thought the Leon killing Ashen and then doing the spin would do enough damage to basically secure him the game. But I guess Joe and Coney being an archer and he's against like 2 remaining flyer units. So like her HP doesn't matter as much, like she still has enough damage to kill everything. Like she was like 50% health and she still managed to kill the Andrill. So the flyers are definitely dying to that. And I think it was also like, I don't know if it was planned or not, but the Ashen got her CD refresh at the start of that turn. So that means she loses her revive, which basically caused the double kill. So if that was planned out, then that was very well played. Like basically planned turn priority plus the Ashen losing revive at the start of turn 3. I think that's as a result of using the attack buff. I think attack buff will give her 1 extra stack of the Radiance, which will cause her to refresh her cooldown at the start of turn 3. Okay, we're seeing some box changes. Archon Polia out in favor of Gintoki and Leon. Leon, yeah, this map is just a standard Leon map. If you want to play him, he's pretty good. Gintoki is like gearing up for a trade matchup even more than these two units. Hey, we are seeing a Yenny first pick, so this is new. We are also looking at 3 tanks here. I think. We count. No, it's actually still 2. No, 3. Lightbringer, Landius, Christian. But he didn't go Rosen first, so it's not very likely that he'll get both Rosen and a tank. We haven't seen that being allowed for a while, if you don't go first pick Rosen. Winston's lineup, you could ban the Rosen out somewhere down the line if you want, but easier to probably just force the tank first then ban the Rosen later. Yeah. Ashen first pick as usual, first ban Lightbringer, so if Tiny picks up a tank, then he's not probably gonna lose the Rosen. Otherwise, actually he could still go Rosen into Bernhardt and ban out all the magic units. That's actually still pretty good. Yeah, there's no more magic here, so he could go back for the Rosen now. No, he just goes straight Bernhardt. So he could either have tank plus Bernhardt or Rosen plus Bernhardt. Both are pretty decent. I'm wondering if there's a opportunity for Oboro here. Not the easiest to play against Yenny. Yenny can get close pretty nicely. Same with Bernhardt. The possible option if this pick turns out to be a tank. Otherwise, I think Oboro's just too slow nowadays. Especially without faction buff support. Even with Act Again, it's not good enough because it forces the Act Again onto the Oboro. Like, roughly 3 turns to set up is still too slow, I would say. Rosen, Andrew, leaving the 2 tanks in still. There's still quite a fair bit of AoE threat on Tiny's side. Nemia, Leon, Lina, even Z2, Godham as well. Winston going back to the books and just picking up the OP recent units. Ashen first, Andrew second. Tiny wants a tank, like an actual tank now, then I think he should ban the Oboro, but I don't think he needs it. But there's also a chance that Winston can just take the Oboro and then just basically ignore the tanks until the end of the game, and you're kind of forced to pick one of them. Emiya on third, so he banned out the healer. No dispels, but Itoki can dispel himself, and that's about it. Lightbringer. She doesn't dispel as well, but with the exclusive, she can start healing people when she gets up to 5 stacks per talent. So there will be some sort of healing against the AoE damage, but not against this unit. That's too much AoE damage. So Tiny actually has a quad AoE squad right now. All 4 of them can AoE. Black Hole 3C, Sword Dance 3C, and her Dragon whatever, and her other AoEs. It's quite a lot. And faction buff is actually covered by Yenny. Winston takes up the Leon, so he has pretty decent threat range now, and he does actually leave the tanks in. Not sure what approach he's going for, because his team is very single targety right now, which means that there's not much he can do to actually prevent the AoEs coming out. And I don't think it's a good trade to just throw Leon in for AoE and then try to lower their damage. Joa and Coney is weak to AoE as well. And Oboro is too slow. Only have one Octagon here. Let's see. I favor Tiny's draft a bit more. Winston, he has double AoE threat from his last 2 units. That's about it. He will have the full Octagon priority, or rather advantage. Tiny doesn't have one. But Tiny has a form of turn 1 jump in Nemia, and then you kind of have to respond to that threat. But if you kill Nemia, then Lina will get her talent stack and possibly just reach you with an AoE, so you're kind of stuck with a fucked if you do and fucked if you don't. You can't really just leave the Nemia there when she comes in. I do not remember whether she's E-less or not, but Landis actually covers the buff for a couple of them. E-less. Yeah, Nemia is E-less. Lina is not E-less. Okay, so it's just Yenny and Nemia. She will need to get her attack buff from somewhere, but don't really want to move her too early because there's a chance that you might make a turn 1 play. This Leon is, yeah, I think Nemia will go for a turn 1 AoE because it cripples the Leon as well. And Lightbringer can eventually heal, but that's eventually, like after turn 3 or something. Okay, Winston puts the Joa and Coney at the back, so Joa can actually dodge the AoE. Mass attack, double AoE. Okay. Yenny only has a 3C for AoE, the rest are single target. Single target's okay as well. Oh? Okay. Basically means he doesn't want his Bernhard to be a possible target for the Leon. But Leon is bringing AoE anyways. I prefer it if he commits for the turn 1 AoE threat. Because, well, Winston has a tank, but he can still spread out somewhat. And we'll see if Tiny responds. I think Landia should also fetch a buff first. I don't like this sequence of moves and this overall game plan so far. Imagine if Nemia has a buff, she's gonna go up to like 2.1 at least. Then if you put everyone in water, then Black Hole from Yenny and Sword Dance from Bernhard can be a follow-up next turn. I just don't like letting the Leon get his AoE off, because I think that can be avoided. Or at least make him get it off on less people. Still not the easiest game for Winston. He has to break through a tank with single target units. None of these guys can one-shot the Landias. Andrew technically can with double attack. But we'll have to see. Yeah, Winston is just splitting up already. We'll see where this goes. I think it's a waste to let go of the turn 1 threat, but it's not like this is very bad or anything. Nemia and Leon both just holding their ground right now. Basically, everyone is just trying to get out of Nemia's range right now, so there's less incentive for her to go in now. Lina didn't get angry. It looks like he's just gonna set up on turn 1. Just a little bit worried about the Leon plus Joa. 7 range. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think she's gonna get a kill. How far can she go? 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel like if you were gonna do that, you might as well have done it on turn 1. You can go back to the portal, but Leon is still coming. 6, Chivalry, 1, 2, 3, at worst. Getting it on 2 people seems to not be enough mileage to justify losing the Nemia. But we will see next turn with Lina. Motorbikes are still below 80, so only 3 movement. Normal attack from Leon. Doesn't even kill it. But Connie can just follow up. And if Connie follows up, it's gonna trigger act again for Andrew, but doesn't really matter. Leon stays there, interestingly. Basically, it's just kind of a threat. You have to kill this, otherwise I'm getting my AoE off. Now, I don't know what she do. She just chills, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she's not really in range to do anything. Everyone split. Kill this. Wait. Probably would just kill it with Yanni. We have a breeze on this? We do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, probably just use Yanni. The AoE threat from Sword Dance plus this is still very present. They are just camped in like literally the corners on the map right now. Still kind of hard to say for this game. But I think if Winston can drag it out, he should have a pretty good chance. Because Mass Attack will run out on Lina. And eventually you will get a turn where Bernhard doesn't have the mobility, if I understand correctly how it works. There's going to be a turn where Yanni is going to try to cycle her portals, which means that she will have her act again on cooldown. Otherwise, she will run out of her portals on one of the turns. So I think dragging it out, trying to get your act again back, is probably more beneficial for Winston right here. Tiny, you kind of have to make your combo work before the Lina action buff runs out. But Winston can kind of just literally split into 3 different groups. You won't be able to hit all of them. Even with Yanni's portal, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it does hit a fair amount of the map. You can't split super far away from the tank, which means that Lina's AoE should clip at least like 3 people. Eight movement Bernhard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, mobility decrease. Does that give anything? No, just AoE. Maybe get a guard remove or something? No. Doesn't really do much actually. But it prevents the Lina from pushing up to here, or whatever Ashen's range is. She has a breeze right now, so actually her range is like the whole map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack. Nothing quite yet. So, oops. Yeah, but Lina can't really approach because of the mobility down right now. But you could kind of just dodge here, and then next turn you will have 5 mobility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not super familiar with that range, so it's +2, right? So it's gonna be 6 blocks away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't quite hit the Connie. It's not great. Thinking about it, but I don't think there's too much you can do. Kinda just have to back. Like, just stay out of range. Problem is, this mobility down lasts for 2 turns, so... If Ashen pushes up here and gets a breeze... It's gonna be a messy game, I think. Because the Bernhard has a follow-up as well. This is actually a very good puppet position because this is a depth tile. It's not very good for movement, so Bernhard has to kind of go from above. Still good enough to hit everything. Yeah, it's roughly the same here or here. Again, the game dragging out is good for Winston. Revitalize so that she does not lose her stacks this turn. No breeze though. Yeah, if she got a breeze, then it'll be quite nasty. But without breeze, we could possibly just see Tiny trying to reset this turn. But I don't like the Lina losing her buff. I think Lina goes in now, honestly. And here is where I really wish Yenny brought Black Hole. Lina can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and actually just AoE the whole team. With Bernhard follow-up. And what should have been a Black Hole follow-up. Not sure why you would want to bring this into a tank with such a heavy AoE lineup. Ooh. Are we really just waiting? Could. Tiny is almost out of time, so he kind of has to make a choice during Winston's turn. Does this heal when you kill? No, she just refresh cooldown and move again. So Ashen could kill the Lina and then try to split in a separate direction. I really want to see Tiny taking this chance to go. Waiting's not good. Don't take the kill with Yenny first. Please take the AoE first. Ah, come on. If he wants to stall, he needs to wait out this thing. Wait. Oh no, she gave a kill. That's not good. Bernhard can come out for trade, but he will die for it. And if Bernhard dies, I think Winston just wins. No attack buff on Connie. But there's also no Iron Fist on Bernhard. Andrew has self-healing, so Lina will not be able to finish it. I don't... Yeah, Crystal Warlocks, that's not enough. And... Like what? Just trade Joa, right? Oh, like Connie. Landis is not guarding. Trade if you want. Okay, moves the Andrew. Ooh, he's gonna just use this to kill. Sword stance. Okay. That should just kill Ashen. Oh, it doesn't. And it's fucking, yeah, it's SSM. She's too weak to kill Burn for sure now, especially on Forest. Okay, so we sacrifice Connie to wake up on Andriel. Will he die if he hits this Warlock? Might be risky. But I'm a little bit worried that Javelin is not enough to kill this with his current HP. But he has attack first, so we should be fine to just 3C. Now Ashen still has a revive and a healing buff. And she's able to heal with her, basically her gimmick as well. So I think this game is win for Winston. I don't see how Lina can kill all of these guys together. Lina is not even angry anymore. Heal comes out from Lightbringer. And I think everyone's just gonna fucking heal up. Andrew heals 30% per turn. Ashen just heals back up to full, basically. No, she doesn't have the stack right now because she lost her revive. Attack buff? Huh? Well, that's good enough. Right, game's just over. Man, I think Tiny actually had a pretty good lineup, but he just didn't take his chance. I think it's a big waste. We haven't really seen any successful AoE teams in the current season. Like, it's mostly just been single target trade. A little bit of tank push here and there. So I'm a bit gutted to see that this team didn't quite perform. But that means it's going to be a pretty quick series overall, under an hour, and Winston will take this series 2-0 and move on to the semi-finals. Turns out Tiny had a disconnect, but that to auto-move Lina Black Hole on disconnect in the end. But, well, shit kinda happens when you run low on timer. This series, yeah, I mean, I have said it a few times already for this game. And then game 1, it's just a matter of patience, right? You have to recognize that the Ashen wasn't the correct kill for Leon, because Leon has range superiority on that map no matter what. So it was possible for him to just try to wait it out. Like, Winston would have to turtle in the corner eventually and try to body block to protect his God Hand. And if the map is smaller, there's a better chance for Tiny's team to be able to take advantage of the displacement from Leon when he goes in, even if he goes on a non-ideal target. But yeah, it's a little bit of a pity. So that will be it for this series. I thank you guys for watching. Need to go to bed, and I'll see you guys whenever the schedule for the semi-finals come up. So peace.